All right, welcome back, everybody. Everyone have a good break?
Yeah.
Yep. All refreshed? All right. Well, second session, final session. We'll get through this nice and easy. Everyone was okay, comfortable with the last session on there. Yep. Everyone learned something new about office chairs. Good stuff. So guys, this next session again, just remember, make sure your chairs are comfortable and your screens are at the right height. Try and minimise any distractions you've got. If you've got your mobile phones, again, if they ring, just pop your microphone on silent and take that call if you have to. Otherwise, let's just try and get this done. We're only here for another 30 minutes on this session, so we're over halfway just about. Excuse me. Again, if we can not refrain from munching out and having feast and so forth, that would be awesome. And in the event that there's an emergency in your environment, please just remove yourself from the immediate danger, call 000, and again, just send me a message or a phone call to let me know that you're okay. All good? Yep, thumbs up. I'll get you just pay attention, Kylie. Are you? Yep, awesome. All right, so brief run through of what we're going to be talking about here is using the internet to research. So all the stuff that we've just spoken about putting research plans in place and so forth, and understanding what the procedures are and the policies. We need to now put this into our play when we're actually out there looking for what we're trying to achieve. So, what's our objective? Our objective in our learning outcome here is to access and use internet browsers for our research. We want to access and use search engines for our research. Identify how to access help for online application tools. Research objectives should be SMART. I'll get everyone to take their microphones off for me. Can anyone tell me what SMART was again? Specific?
Yes, yeah.
Measurable?
Measurable.
Achievable?
Achievable.
Relevant?
Timely.
Time bound. Absolutely. So, excuse me. The online applications and tools are software programs accessed by a web browser over the internet, running on remote servers instead of your device, enabling tasks like email, banking, shopping, or entertainment without downloads, offering accessibility and easy updates. They transform websites into interactive platforms for diverse functions, from simple forms to complex data processing and real-time communication, accessible on any internet-connected device. So, would we be classed as real-time communication?
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. So, some online application tools. Search engines. Do we all remember what a search engine was?
Safari, Google.
Yep, Google, Safari, Bing, DuckDuckGo, Opera, etc.
Yahoo count?
Yahoo, yes, definitely. Not as popular as it was probably in the late 90s, but yes, it's still there. Online database.
Yahoo account?
Yep, I may have had one many moons ago. Online databases. So who can tell me what would be classed as an online database?
The library.
Library, online library. Medicare would be a class as an online database, yes. Anybody that's got a mobile phone or an internet connection would generally be listed
Like a Telstra?
like a Telstra. They would have what we would call an online database, and they try and keep it very secure because it can cost them a lot of money to lose all that information.
Yeah.
Digital libraries. Sorry, Talia.
I say excluding the massive lease they have with Optus.
Yes, we've Optus seem to have a bit of a rough trot of late, but digital libraries. So a digital library could be all your photos.
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia could be classed as a library as well. Yes.
Not a good one, but
Well, it is a good one. It can give you a platform of information, but it may not necessarily be the right information completely. But it can give you a platform to work from. Digital libraries can also be classed as where all you keep all your photos for yourself. As a,
I like that.
it'd be an online database, or it'd be a database for you, but it'd be what you would call a digital library. Google Scholar. I don't know a lot about Google Scholar because I don't use it, but has anyone else here used Google Scholar before?
It's just a learning program. I tried to take a course to help my computer skills get a little bit better, but I got a bit lost.
Tim, you raised your hand.
Yeah, I did the same. It was like it's online course type learning type thing.
Cool. Government websites. We just went to a government website, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yep. And what did we learn on a government website?
It's painful.
It can be, yes. We looked up a code of
Ads.
practice for hazard procedures on a office workstation setup. But government websites can be everything from the ATO, ASIC, all the way down to your local government and what they have going on in their thing. Government websites you'll generally find will finish in .gov.au. Some
in
other,
Australia.
sorry, for Australia,
In
yes.
Australia.
In Australia, yes. We're only going to be talking so much about Australia today. We're not really looking to look at outside of Australia because our policy and procedures in our workplace tells us we need to keep our research into the Australian environment. We're not really going to be buying anything out of America on that aspect. And they're a little bit more, their legislations and regulations are a lot different to us here in Australia. Online surveys and polls, again, things like SurveyMonkey and all those sort of things, and you know, they're all online applications and they're all tools that can be used. No doubt we get things like our spam email, buy this, it's 15% off today because we walked into the store. They're all data gathering for that type of information. Okay, so our search engines. A search engine is a web-based tool that helps users find information on the internet. Within these internet browsers, there's search engines that can help you access information. So some of the most common search engines are, obviously, Google. It's almost loaded onto every computer when you buy one. Talita, you mentioned earlier Bing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Firefox.
I think you also mentioned Yahoo.
Yeah.
Is it Ask Jeeves?
Oh,
Is it the Ask? Is it Ask Jeeves? That was years ago.
It was a long time ago, yes. Escocia, it's not one I've heard of before. And DuckDuckGo. So these are all search engines, and there's just some of the most common search engines out there that help users find information on the internet. They perform the search across vast databases of web pages, documents, images, videos, and other types of content, providing relevant results based on users' queries. So, as an example, have we all searched something up on Google before? Yep. And we get the options to choose all, and it brings up pictures, shopping, information, or we can break that down into we just want to look at all the images on that relevant product, or we just want to look at the AI, i.e. we just want to know a little bit of artificial intelligence information. Again, just a platform of that information so we can keep moving forward if we're looking up the right thing. All makes sense, yes? Yep. Okay. So, how do search engines work? Well, all the key features of a search engine are listed on the side here, and we'll go through them now. The search bar. The search engine's main interface, including a search bar where users can enter their search terms to find the information that they're looking for. Everyone's used the search bar before? Yep, Tim? Yep. Query suggestions. Search terms are also known as queries. Many search engines provide real-time query suggestions as users type in their search terms. which is based on popular or related searches. So it's like a predictive, if everyone's looking up what's happened in Venezuela this morning, it will come up as a predictive, this is what we think you're already looking for. Does that make sense? Yep.
Do you need to write?
Sorry, what was that, Tim?
What happened in Venezuela this
Yeah, we'll stay on track, but you can probably Google it after we've finished up today on what happened there this morning in the wee hours.
As a suggested item.
Just as a suggested item, yes. Sorry, Kylie, did you have something there?
Do you need to write the whole question or keywords or how?
So generally you try and stay
Best
with,
way.
if you can type the whole word in, obviously you know what you're looking for, you're going to narrow that search down, but you can put in keywords. Generally if it's doing a query, as you're typing the word, it'll start suggesting what that word's going to be and what you're potentially looking for. Does that make sense? The more you type, the closer that query is going to get to what you're hoping to type in. Almost like predictive text. So the search result page, after you've had a hit and entered the search engine, will generate a search result page that lists relevant web pages, documents, images, videos, and other content related to your query. So again, as we mentioned, when you type in gone fishing or fishing in Google, it will come up with a list of different types of things, and there'll be YouTube videos, there'll be pictures, there'll be information, there'll be shops and so forth. Page summaries. So each search result usually accompanied by a short summary or snippet of the content found on the web page. Advanced search filters. Many search engines offer advanced search options and filters that allow users to refine their search based on various criteria, such as a date, location, file type, language, and more. And these are things that we were talking about earlier, Tim, with the advanced search filters in that system, that you can narrow down your search even more to get the best result that you're looking for. Does that make sense? Yep. Image and video search. In addition to text-based searches, search engines can often offer specialized search options for images and videos. Users can search for a visual content using a keyword or uploading an image to find similar ones. One of the latest things at the moment is, if we've not seen, is Google. On the Google phone, you can take a picture of something, hit the button, and it'll go and search for that image online. It's quite an interesting piece of technology. I know that one because I've physically used it. I'm sure there's others out there, but you don't necessarily need to type a word. You can just display a picture or an image. Some instant answers and knowledge panels. Some search engines display instant answers or knowledge panels for specific queries. Related searches. They can sometimes show at the bottom of the search page result. You right there, Tim? Yep. They can sometimes show at the bottom of the search result page. Users may find a list of related searches. A voice search. So if you're looking for something, you may have somebody that has a sight disability. I think I just lost Celia there. Yep, she's back.
My daughter does that. Does it to Google. My 7-year-old turns on the microphone and asks Google because she can't type it.
Yep. So, and that instead of typing it, she can ask it a question
I
instead.
don't do it. Much bigger.
But you could have potentially somebody that has a disability and may not potentially be able to see or type at that point in time, and they use the voice function instead. So, Leah, do you reckon your furry friend? Yep. Awesome. Just so we're not distracted.
Sorry.
All right. So, personalization. The search engine may personalize each search result based on your users or your search history. So again, it remembers what your search history is, and you can continue to keep reflecting back on it, almost like an algorithm. Bear in mind, when you delete your history, it doesn't always disappear. It just disappears off the front screen. Safe search.
Front screen.
So it'll disappear out of your thing, but if you're in your work computer and you delete your history, generally your IT department can always pull that history back. So again,
For how long?
look, every workplace will potentially have a different procedure and a different policy on how long they store that data for, but obviously they store it for safe relevance of ensuring your safety using the internet and the company's safety of the security. Yes, Leah.
Is that only on like work provided units like the work laptops, or would that be if I sign into my work program on my personal computer?
I couldn't tell you exactly on your personal computer. It would still sit in your personal computer's history in the back end as a.
Would the workplace be able to see what I've done
Would,
if I sign into my account?
I would assume if you're searching it under your workplace browser, potentially yes.
Okay.
So generally, the browser holds the history sitting there, and it can be pulled up if it needs to be. So.
Is it that why linked to like when you have issues on your computer, you clear your cache and stuff?
Yep. Help functions. Internet browsers and search engines will have help functions to assist users, either through commonly asked questions, short videos, or even customer helplines. This allows users to help develop your understanding of the key functions of the online applications or tools better. So does everyone understand what that means in the aspect of you're trying to find something, you're trying to understand what the functions are, you potentially will go to a YouTube clip, or the website that you're on will have a help function. So you can click on that and it'll either contact, or it'll have a list of frequently asked questions that can potentially help you there. Does that make sense?
I love those sections.
Yep. Awesome. Our key functions of internet browsers. Very important in a lot of these when we use our internet functions. Tim, I'll just get you to pop your phone down there. Address bars. Address bars is a primary function of a web browser to access, web browser to help users navigate the internet. Users can type in the URLs, or commonly uniform resource locators, or commonly known as URLs, or the search terms in the browser's address bar to access websites. So again, that address bar is www.suchandsuch.com.au. Yes? Does that make sense? So we went to one before, it would have had www.workplacehealthandsafety/Queensland/.gov.au, so to speak. And that takes us directly to that page we want to go to, yes? Yep. Thumbs up. Good job. Just making sure you haven't gone to sleep on me. Tabs on Windows. This allows the users to open multiple pages simultaneously using tabs or separate windows. The feature helps users switch between websites without losing their current page's context. So to give you an example, I could be looking up fishing rods on one page and then want to have a look at what reel I want to put with that fishing rod. So I'll open up another browser and search fishing reels. And then I can close and minimize and open, maximize the two screens to keep them together. And in today's environment, like we've probably got today, we'll have 2 or 3 screens to operate from. Make sense? Yep. Bookmarks. Bookmarks allow us to save our favorite websites for easy, quick navigation and frequently visited websites. So in the top corner there, in some places you'll have a bookmark, you can actually save that web address there, so you don't have to search or type search to look for it again. The history. Browser keeps a record of the websites visited by the user, enabling them to revisit pages that you've previously done that you may not necessarily have saved. Download Manager enables the users to download files from the internet onto your computer and are able to read files when you're disconnected from the internet. So again, you can download like we've done today, where you've downloaded some of our tasks, and then you can actually open them up and not be connected to the internet to keep being able to use them. Does that make sense? Yep, we've all done that so far today. Security and privacy settings. So browsers offer a security and privacy setting that allow users to manage their cookies, clear browsing data, block pop-ups, and protect against malicious websites. So, do we understand what a malicious website is?
Are they the ones that when you click the links, it can either get into your bank account, or they're the ones that lead you to further scam websites?
Correct, yes. So you'll generally have you can have a filter on there to stop those ones coming through, and they'll generally be highlighted by certain content or wording or so forth. Zoom and page settings. This allows a user to zoom in or out on a web page to adjust the font and layout for better readability. So who's brought up a web page and then had to zoom in because it's hard to read or the writing's really small and so forth?
I'm doing it now.
You're doing it now? Tim, how about yourself?
I don't know how to zoom in.
You don't know how to zoom in, so generally you'll find... Sorry?
Yeah, so I had to do this, I think I really close.
So there is a function on those pages where you can actually zoom in to your percentage and you can actually make the page bigger. So they allow you to do that, and it's probably a good practice to Google off and have a Google of how to zoom in your pages there. But there's generally a little tab there that you can click on and you can adjust the settings up and down to make the page bigger and the font bigger and so forth.
I think it's the little magnifying glass, because that's how my one works. I don't know if all of the computers are the same, but I don't have to wear my glasses to get it to go bigger.
And that's generally the reason why we have those to allow ease and comfort of using, looking at browsing our websites. All right, we're almost there, guys. Everyone's all comfortable? Still good? Yep. Kylie's yawning a little bit, but
Thumbs up.
all right, guidelines for our research. So having some guidelines for when we're conducting our research is important, as there can be a lot of information available on the internet. And it can be difficult to know where to start and which source to trust. Now we're going to explore some of these techniques in a little bit more detail. Utilize search engines effectively. This can be done by using specific keywords and phrases related to your research topic and using the filter feature. Access different types of sources. Depending on your research needs, consider using a variety of sources such as articles, reports, case studies, blogs, or reviews. Each source can provide a unique perspective and insights on your topic. Verify your information. Before incorporating any information into your work, you need to verify its accuracy and authenticity through cross-referencing and multiple sources. So sometimes just don't rely on one website and one search. Sometimes searching up a couple of different websites to ensure that the information is all aligning correctly and it's not just Wikipedia versus the world, if that makes sense. Everyone understands verifying your information? Yep.
What if I'm having trouble figuring out if the website is accurate or not? Is there somewhere I can email like through the business to confirm before I...
Sometimes you're best to, again, search up that in different areas and see if that information is aligning across different platforms or different websites. That's probably sometimes the easiest way. If it's not, if you can't determine it's a reputable web page, try searching it in other areas and see if they all come up with the same or similar response that you're looking for.
Like if I use a separate search engine and I put in the question, I put the website and then I write, is it safe?
Again, looking up different search engines and trying to get that information from different areas and see if it all collaborates. Typing in "is it safe" is probably not going to give you the answer, yield the answer you're looking for. Okay, we need to organise our findings, and we use tools like note-taking apps, spreadsheets, project management software, just to keep track of our sources or our key points that we're looking at when we're doing our research. Respect copyright and intellectual property. Keep in mind copyright laws when it comes to your policies and procedures also, as well as legislation and regulations, and give credit to the original authors. What does that mean, do you think? Tim?
That means you've got to actually put their reference to them in
Absolutely. So we want to reference who the author is when if we're utilising their information, the original authors. Can't just grab somebody's information and stick your name and go, I invented the wheel, because you find yourself in there a little bit of trouble. Be cautious with sensitive data. Make sure you follow your company's data security policies. You'll have that in your workplace procedures. Limit your distractions. The internet can sometimes lead you down rabbit holes that are unrelated. Again, the research plan is going to keep you on track, so you're not looking at a red balloon over here and then starting to chase a green frog over that side. Keep learning. The internet is constantly evolving, so make it a habit to stay up to date with the latest research tools, techniques, and trends. By following these tools, you can make the most out of the internet to help your knowledge about tasks you are researching. Any questions at all so far? No? All right, we're going to roll into our next activity. So guys, I am going to make sure pop you into a breakout room each. And what we're going to go do is, you've got your research plan, yes, that we downloaded before. Yep. We're going to go and research research workplace health and safety working at height sign. We're going to use our downloadable document that we downloaded, so we make our research plan. And what we're going to be looking for is 2 working at height signs in compliance to workplace health and safety. So, what we're looking at here, and if you look at your task 2 document, we're looking for two working at height signs that need to be compliant to add into areas that are a hazard and an area that is in danger. So one will be red and black, one will be red and white. We need to work out the source. We want our budget constraints of no more than $200, and we need to present that to our manager. Does that make sense? No questions there? You've got all the details that we've downloaded, so you've all downloaded the task 2 requirement in the chat that we sent through before. Yep. I'm going to send everybody off to their break rooms, and I'll see you all soon.
I've got to click that joint room again.
Yes, you need to click the join room if it comes up there.
Alright.
Same as before, just wait here.
Yep, same as you're in your room, Talia, there. So just I'll get you to go and have a look for that working at height sign. Just we need 2 of them. They need to be.
What were the colours again?
So you'll need to find 2 that are in compliance to workplace health and safety. So one will be black and yellow, and one will be red and white. We want them to be, as per the instructions on the form that we
The
sent,
sheet.
is
The one I downloaded.
is 300 by 400 mil and 600 by 450 mil. Okay. I'll leave you to play with that, and I will be back soon.
Okay, thank you.
Hey Tim, how are you?
Yeah, good mate.
How you going with that? Finding them?
Yeah, fine.
So just to refresh on it, we're looking for 2 working at heights signs. We have a budget of $200 to get them. One needs to be for hazard, one needs to be for danger. So the hazard will be red and yellow and black. The danger will be red and white. And they need to be 300 mil by 400 mil and 600 mil by 450 mil as per the task that you downloaded earlier. Sound good?
Alright. Yeah, sounds good.
No questions or anything at the moment?
No questions. I'm finding lots of blue or white ones though.
Yes, blue and white's generally mandatory, but not so much for working at heights, I don't think. But keep having a look, keep doing your research, fill in your plan, and I'll come back to you in a second, okay?
Yeah, no worries.
Hey Kylie, how are you?
Good.
How's your searching going so far?
I wasn't really sure where to start, so I'm using Copilot, and now I'm trying to work out what my reputable research websites are. So I'm asking it now. Please give me sources.
Awesome. Well, just to reiterate what the tasks that you downloaded before on our chat section is that we are looking for 2 working at height signs, one for hazard, one for danger. So the hazard will be black and yellow, the danger will be red and white, and they need to be 300 mil by 400 mil and 600 mil by 450 mil, and we need to keep within our budget of $200. Any questions at the moment?
No, I'm good.
No? All right, I'll let you keep doing that, and I'll be back soon.
Thanks.
Hey Talia, how are you?
Yeah, I think I found some safe websites that I can work off.
Yep.
I found one and an alert came up, which is really handy to not go on that website, so I've closed them.
Awesome. Just
Is there somewhere that you would recommend I go through for this?
no, just use your search engines that we've discussed, and again, collaborate that information across from each, and yep, just follow your research plan that you downloaded earlier.
Okay.
All right. I'm just going to see you for a sec because I'm just got to get my other screens back up.
Yep.
You've gone and vanished on me again. How you going, Tim? You found the information you needed? Awesome. We're just going to have a couple more minutes and then probably about another 30 seconds and I'll bring everybody back into that room.
Alright, cool.
Hey Kylie, have you found all the information you need now?
I'm confused because the first part talks about heights and then the next parts talk about laptops.
Yep, we're not worried about laptops. Just working heights. Have you got all the information you needed for the working at height signs?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. I'll there's no other questions you need for that?
No, I'm good.
Okay, I'll going to bring everybody back into the room in probably 10 or 15 seconds.
Okay.
You're all good, Talia? You've got all the information you need now?
Yeah, I found it. I found some legislation on the Safe Work Australia government website. And they've got some options here too.
Okay, awesome. All right, I'm going to bring everybody back into the room now then.
Okay.
Hey guys, everyone can hear me?
Yep.
Yep. How'd we go? We've all found our signs fairly easy?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we cross-referenced that over a couple of different resources to make sure that we got the right information? Yep. Any questions at all?
What's the blue and white one?
Blue and white, without going into too much detail on it, is generally for a different type of environment. So yellow and black is generally what we class as hazard. Red and white is generally what's classed as danger. But we'll stay on track with where we're at here. Everyone found their signs, they kept within their budget, yes. We followed the research plan that is all downloaded earlier. Yep.
Yeah.
Now, compared to when we first started, would you do things differently now?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yep. So obviously the plan makes things a lot easier for you.
Much easier.
And you now understand a little bit more about the internet research and so forth. Yep. Tim?
Yep.
Yep. Kylie? Yep. Awesome. All right. Well, that concludes our activity, and it concludes our training of research using the internet. So I hope everyone's managed to gain a better understanding of using the internet as a research and is ready to put this into practice for the final assessments. Are there any questions at all?
How come we have to use our cameras? How come I can't just be listening?
Because I need to make sure that you're actually the person that's conducting the training. So, yes. So just before we leave, I'm going to get everybody to grab their driver's license for me. I'm going to switch to each breakout room and just make sure that everybody's verified there. Sound good? Yep. Now, just before we go, is there any questions at all?
No.
No? Has anyone experienced any difficulties that's going to hinder you from completing the assessment task?
Actually, I don't know what my password is supposed to be. Do you know how I can get someone to help me with that?
Yep, I can.
Sign into it.
Yep, you should be able to look on your LMS login, and that will give you all the details that you think. But you don't need to log in anywhere because we're coming back to this to do that. So.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Okay. All right. Well, if there's no questions there, I'm just going to pop everyone into a breakout room. If you can grab your driver's licenses for me, that would be awesome. All right, Talia, I've just got you there by yourself. Have you got your driver's license there for me?
Yeah, I do.
Yep, that's awesome. Thank you. I'll just duck over to Tim and get those guys. I'll be back in a second. Hey Tim, you've got your driver's license there. Awesome. Thank you. I will just jump into the other room with Kylie. Hey Kylie, you got your license. Awesome. Thank you. Oops, I'm in the wrong room. Yes, I can see it. It's I'm just going to jump back into the other rooms. Okay, guys, everyone's verified that it's you guys I've been talking to, which is great, and it'll help me into when we roll into our online assessment next, which I'll double check in a minute. Guys, this concludes our training. We'll go and take a 10-minute break, go and stretch your legs, look after the fur babies, make sure the kids are fed and happy, go to the toilet, and we'll be back to do our final part, which is the assessment. Sound good?
Yeah.
Awesome. I shall see you soon, guys. Thank you.